Hi, John. I wanted to continue with the Don't Get Around Much Anymore beginning of that lesson. I had sent over a practice track, which I'll play to in just a little while. And also wanted to kind of get you familiar with a couple of different ways that I'd like us to approach the tune. One would be just to be able to play the melody right like this. Which is not exactly the way it's written. I've taken some liberties there, but the main crux of it is definitely listenable. In the meantime, chord-wise, so we want to be able to play the melody, we want to be able to play the changes, we want to be able to solo over it, and then besides that, we want to be able to try to play like a solo arrangement. The first time you came and saw me at the small teaching studio in the store, I think this tune kind of piqued your interest, or this style of playing piqued your interest, and that's why I'm kind of revisiting it in this example. And so that would be more of a thing where we might approach it something like this, We're playing chord solos, single note solos, maybe some octave type stuff, those type things, and the chord solo type stuff, So a lot of different facets and different ways to go about the tune, and so I want to kind of take them one at a time and go over them with you over the course of several lessons. This being kind of the first of really diving in. So the first thing that I want to say is a lot of times in a fake book or a real book, whichever one you prefer, they tend to be the song tends to be written in the key of C. And that's fine, but it works a bit better on guitar in G. And it's always a great thing to know how to play tunes in at least two keys, if not three. I think once you do that, if you get to like three keys that you can play it in pretty well, the other 9 seem to take place pretty well. Only because of the other ones, you're not far away from any one of the remaining keys. That's a discussion for another lesson. But anyway, G works pretty well in this example. And so chord-wise, you can see on the sheet the chord chart that I passed over to you. You've got G major 7, A minor 7, B flat diminished 7, and B minor 7, and then G major 7 and a walk down all the way to E7, and then A minor 7. And we'll go over all these chords in person when you have a sit in person. I just want to get you started. D7, and then in that first ending it says G6, and then it goes to D7. I like to play the, maybe G6 and a G sharp diminished, which would take the place of an E7 altered. Or D7 sharp 9, you're familiar with that chord. So those are some ways to kind of get through that first turnaround, and of course we have a repeat, and then the only thing that's left is the bridge of the tune, which you'll see has C major 7. It says F7 on the chord chart. I like to think of it as C minor 6. They're really the same chord, but there's a certain sound about keeping that C constant, like that nice pedal. Especially as a bass player, you would understand this better than most guitar students would. When you have the option of keeping that common tone in the bass and making a pedal, and the harmony above it moves, it's really kind of a nice thing. So you've got the, let's say like this, maybe the C major 7, that kind of sound, or maybe a little simpler. Those type of things. They work out really well. So, so for that bridge, C major 7, that minor 6. Root, flatted 3rd, 6th, and the flatted 7. Or this way. I realize this guitar has no fret markers, so you know where C and all those notes are, so it won't be that much of an issue for you. But 6th string, C, 4th string, A, 3rd string, E flat, and then flatten your finger. I'm sorry, don't flatten your finger, that's the diminished, excuse me. Your pinky on fret 8 on string 2, playing the note G. So low to high you have C, A, E flat, and G. And it's that minor 6, taking the place of an F7 or an F9. If you played an F9 and just changed the note to the bass note to C, you would have the same chord. So again, that bridge. And that's what the melody note in the chord is, the A, but if you're just playing the chords, getting too fancy or too crazy, I want to play along with the track. There's some piano behind there that's a little bit lame. I didn't want to take it out, I just wanted to kind of leave it there and play some rhythm guitar against it, and so hopefully I'll be able to accomplish that. Here we go.